Hey fam, what's up? Nice to be on your channel.
What is up, all you riggedy rowdy fish keeping funkadelics out there? How you doing? You watching Aquafunk with me, Jay the Angel Freak. And before we get started, don't forget to just tap that sub button and ding that bell so that you can be notified on anything that might be coming up that you might be interested in. So today, we're gonna talk about breeding for profit, but we're gonna be talking about an aspect that most people don't even talk about. And you don't even realize this is a thing until you're deep in it. We know you're trying to make some money, some cheddar, some ends, some cream, some broccoli, some paper, and the list goes on and on. But if you're in it for the love of the hobby, there's a couple of things you have to think about before you go further. My man Riley from Fishkeeping Jamaica is gonna lay out a couple of things. We're gonna rap about it. And at the end, I hope that you get some good information, give you some things to think about. I know I've done breeding for profit, and I still intend to do so. And Riley does breeding for profit, and I know he still intends to do so. So we might be able to say something that might pertain to you. So, Riley, what do you think? Let us know how you feel about breeding for profit.
Okay, so the question is asked as to whether or not fish keeping as a hobby, when it actually transcends into a business, if it can still remain a hobby, right? I believe that once the business aspect of fish keeping sets in the hobby aspect, it is gradually, the hobby aspect is gradually phased out. That's my humblest opinion, right?
All right, so that's the question. When you get into fish keeping, you do it for the love of the hobby, the enjoyment of the fish. But when you start adding money to the mix, things change up. Riley has a good sorry, but Riley has a good that's gonna happen when I agree with Riley and we're on the same page with when Riley makes a good point. Riley, can you elaborate a little bit more on what you're talking about?
How can you not sell a fish you love if money is being committed for it can be used to improve your business, right? So you have some live bearers, or you have some really awesome cichlids, and you're in the business focus, and somebody comes in and say, hey, listen, I want those two fish to purchase, and they offer you good money for them. You sell them, so therefore you have no really attachment. That's my take on it. Once business comes into play as far as fish keeping is concerned, the hobby aspect actually dies out. What do you think?
Alright, so what do I think? Alright, I think for the most part, Riley, you are correct. But I also believe that there are two aspects of fish breeders out there. There are two different types. Okay, there's the type that want to breed and make a lot of money. So they just breed in bulk, just assembly line style. Okay, they don't pay too much attention to what they are breeding, just how many they are breeding and how fast they can breed them. Then there's another breeder out there, and I think most breeders start out as this type of breeder, and that's a breeder who wants to breed to elevate the species and make some money while doing it. That's where I'm at in my particular my particular mind frame. I would like to breed for profit and breed to enhance the bloodline, and not so much get rich off of it, because that's a very, very difficult thing to do. So yeah, I believe there's two types of breeders out there. So on one hand, yes, you're correct, where money, when you're breeding for profit, when you're breeding as a business, money takes a slight step above the actual fish, because you have overhead, you have bills to pay. In some cases, you have employees, so you have to make that money. And sometimes the fish has to take a back seat to that. But if you keep your operation small, like I would like to do, and breed the fish for quality, I think maybe you can find a nice medium.
It's really a difficult argument to say that you are correct or you are wrong. The point is, once the business depends on the breeding and the sale of your fish stock, after a while, when your prize fish stop breeding, you will tend to want to replace that prize fish with a more active fish, a more younger fish, a fish that will spawn or give you new babies, like fries, which later on will eventually be your money, your earnings, right? What do you think?
All right, so yeah, once again, as much as I hate to admit it, Riley is correct. He's correct. Eventually, guys. Okay, so it starts out, you have your fish, you have these two beautiful fish, and they have great qualities about them, you breed them, and then you end up with a slightly better fish, okay? Now, if you're doing it for the business, a better product is what you're looking for. So eventually, as time goes on and you continue to produce this better product, at some point, the original product has to go.
Well, honestly, many persons do get really attached to their fish, right? That is why in Jamaica it's a common saying that business and friendship does not go together, right? The idea of keeping your favorite fish will eventually go through the door as soon as you discover enough space is not available or doesn't exist for you to have one, a pet fish, and two, for you not to have enough space so as to get those income generating fish in stock, prepped and ready for sale, right? And so therefore you're gonna have to make a decision as to whether or not you keep those 5 aquarium in which you call your private aquarium, or you're gonna actually you're gonna keep fishing it in which you're going to automatically sell in the future.
All right, so you see right there, that's the cost of being successful, because you're gonna have to make these choices. You're not gonna. First of all, I believe that you're gonna be successful. You want to know why? Because I know you smack that subscription button, and you pluck that bell, and I'm gonna help you as much as I can through this. So I believe you're gonna be successful. And when you come to a certain point, you're gonna have more fish than you do aquariums. Now you might have that aquarium in your house that you've been saving your favorite fish for, but they're just sitting there and you're spending money feeding on them. These fish are gonna make you money. So what do? It's a rough one. It's a rough choice, but in order to be fiscally responsible, you know what I mean, financially sound choices, if this is the route you're gonna go, you don't have time to be sentimental. And I'll be honest with you, there's no way around it. That's the real sucky part of this whole situation. Alright everybody, so as you know, when me and Riley get together, it could get kind of long. So I went ahead and split this up into 2 parts so you guys wouldn't have to endure, almost 20 minutes. So, stay tuned for the next episode, part 2 of The Dark Side of Breeding for Profit.